This is, I guess, my first real video on this channel, and I figured I'd start it off by talking about something I found interesting. I don't know who else is really going to care, but this is a concept that I think is really controversial on YouTube, so I may as well try and throw out my opinion while I barely have anybody watching. So I recently watched a Rudy Mancuso video, and Rudy Mancuso, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. He makes really great content. He was one of the Viners that immigrated from Vine over to YouTube, and in my opinion, he is the best. He creates really well-made art, collaborates with some very interesting people. He's very creative, and everything he does, I feel, is very strategic, and he really wants his audience to be the priority. And I just find it interesting because oftentimes I feel like, especially a lot of these Viners or these younger comedians that are now popping up on YouTube, don't have the same intentions that comedians did in YouTube's inception, when I was a kid watching these comedians. So now that I'm sort of watching it from a different perspective, I have a lot of opinions about this next generation, and I wanted to talk about this one specific Rudy Mancuso video and what it means for YouTube, I guess. Rudy Mancuso, he made a video with Brita water filters and Steph Curry. A fun video, but this video in particular, there wasn't too much special about it, but what I thought was special was the fact that Rudy did something that none of the other people he's working with really are. I did a little bit of research on it, and there were a couple of reasons I felt it was special. The first of which was the fact that he actually specified that he was doing a brand deal, and this is something that has caused a lot of controversy on YouTube because a lot of YouTubers are not specifying that, which leads to a lot of paranoia with viewers. And as somebody who does sponsorship deals really, really poorly, I can confidently say that it's not easy to properly integrate a sponsor. And Rudy did it perfectly. He still had a very, very fun video. He was able to use what made him special and use music to make it a fun video. And he also used Brita's money to actually have an interesting budget and bring in a celebrity so that the video would be watchable and not some unbearable commercialized garbage. So when I saw Rudy's video, other than the fact that he was actually using the budget to make it better so that viewers would still watch it, he was also doing some pretty strategic stuff there, which I think should be mentioned. And the first of which is the fact that he wasn't shooting with his typical production team at Shots Studios. He was shooting with a production company called Portal A. What makes Portal A special is that they're a production company for solely YouTube. When you compare that to Shots Studios, which Rudy typically works with, they shoot the videos, edit them, and close brand deals. They're sort of your all-in-one, all the boring work that many people would consider boring for a YouTube video. So I thought it was interesting that he decided to up production quality for the video. But all of that boring stuff aside, I think the reason that this felt special to me is the fact that Rudy is doing something that a lot of other people aren't, which is simply not only enjoying the art that he's making, but making sure that when he does need to make money, because you know what? Sponsors are going to be a part of YouTube as ads become increasingly and increasingly more scarce. But you know what? Rudy is playing it smart. When he wants to work with a sponsor, he makes it special. He makes sure it's worth it, and he makes sure that it's not a cash grab. As somebody who has struggled with sponsors and cash grabs, I think it means a lot more to me than it does to Mo. So I guess those are just my thoughts, and as I try to figure out what works and what doesn't on this YouTube video, let me know if this was too boring and if me talking gets a little too monotonous. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave you here. Hi, I'm Eric, and bye.